Good morning, friends. It is Monday morning, and occasionally when I do the school run, the people outside the school are so insane. They try and drive over the top of each other, and I'm just like, do you know what? I'm just going to sit here and watch some YouTube for a little bit while you all sort this out, because currently there are about 12 cars behind me. I don't really understand how they're going to get out of the situation that they're in. I'm home. I finally escaped from the car pileup. Today, because I have my haircut tomorrow, I'm not going to film anything today because tomorrow I'm going to have my hair done and it's going to be nicer than this. This situation is still what I had on Saturday morning, where I had not brushed it. Have not brushed it yet. I'm nervous. At some point today, I'm going to put a shed load of conditioner in this thing. And actually brush it through because I'm going to have to wash and sort it out before I go to the hairdressers, but I don't want to deal with it right now. So today I am doing all those jobs I've been putting off. For example, this chair, which was in the living room, went upstairs temporarily. I decided it could not live in the office because it was just, as soon as it went in the office, an absolute nightmare. Just let's throw everything on the chair, and then it was overwhelming, could not clean it up, just a nightmare. So I put it in our bedroom temporarily, but it was too big. It's going out into the shed. The shed has now got both of the little chairs that I bought for the house. Whether or not I'm going to keep them, I'm not sure, because I bought them both on eBay and they were kind of like the kind of thing people would look for. So we'll see, but they're going in there for now. Done. I don't think I've shown you the, it's still, I need to clean this up, but I don't think I've shown you the bar since I finished it. Did I show you the bar? We'll get to that later. This is another thing I've been putting off. I got it from Aldi. I haven't built it yet. When this first arrived, I got it out of the box and tried to build it and immediately gave up because the screws didn't thread. I just couldn't catch the thread and I was like, I don't understand this thing. I maybe gave it 5 minutes, put it back in the box and was like, I'll deal with it later. And it has become, I've said this before, one of those tasks above my head. You'll never do it. If someone else could just take it from me and finish it, that would be fantastic. But no one else was ever going to do that. It maybe took me 4 minutes to build this thing. It's all about your state of mind. Your frame of mind when you come to do something is everything, because this was not difficult. Also, I know I've talked a lot about this recently, but there are some of you who have DM'd me and we kind of chat about the potential ADHD that we share. And I just looked at the cooker and was like, why is this here? What? I was making coffee before I decided to go and move things around in the house. This is where I stopped making coffee. The next job, there are some bits of paint on the window panes to the shed that I was supposed to finish scraping off and I didn't. There's also some peel paint because I painted it and then immediately it rained. So it's actually really cold today, like weirdly so. I'm just wearing leggings, so I decided to go and put my overalls on because leggings aren't anything. I feel like I'm wearing nothing at all. But it's cold. The weather is so crazy. Yesterday it was like outside, sitting outside, sunbathing weather. Pretty much done, much neater, touched up the paint. As always, a bodge job. Just, it'll do. Right, next job. I bought these lights in probably January, February time. I used to have lights all along this back bed and they only kind of stretched to like the middle. And all last year I was like, right, I'm gonna get some more to extend them. And I didn't. And so I did it in January and then I just completely lost enthusiasm. And so it's nearly May and I'm going to put them in the flower bed. This is why you should open things as soon as you receive them, because these stakes that the lights go onto are missing screws. These are the old ones that I've got and they're supposed to have screws that look like that, a little bolt type thing. And I haven't got any. So I can't connect the stakes to the bottom of the lights. And my box of bolts is missing. I have some that fit, but they're too big. So that's annoying. But my friend is going to come around for a coffee now, so I'm going to go and clean around inside a little bit and come back to this. I may need to go to B&Q and buy some little screws. Put the lights in at the bottom anyway, and I'm just going to order some little screws. I also have put them in now because I'm going to add more soil. I did a load of soil the other week, but you can just never have enough soil in flower beds. So yeah, more soil on top, dig them all in once they've got the spikes in. Perfect. Also, I set the fire pit off because it needs to warm up a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure, because I don't put the cover on, which, you know, we all know I'm never going to put the cover on. These rocks get really, they're like really porous, the lava rocks. I think I'm going to try some different ones, because these absorb water, and then when it's been raining, they pop when they get really hot, if they haven't had enough time to dry out. It's not rained for probably a week, so I don't think it's a big deal, but I just thought I'll put it on now while no one's sitting around it, just to be safe. But I think I'm going to order some of those like glass ones. You can get ones that are like rainbowy in the fire. I think I'd quite like some of those. Oh, clean. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. My husband always told me a clean house. He was right. I also want a steam mop, because this floor is a nightmare, as previously discussed. As soon as you clean it, within 30 minutes. And I've said this before, if people walk on it, and I am thinking, you know, bare feet and footprints and stuff, and people were like, what about socks? What about, it doesn't matter. It just is every tiny little thing. Even if the dog walks through it, you can see all of his paw prints, no matter how dry and clean his feet are. So I'd quite like a steam mop. What I'd really like is something that like hoovers and steams at the same time. Does that exist? Throw a bit of washing in. Couldn't feel more on top of my life. After everything I said, it flipping rained, only momentarily, but hopefully that doesn't ruin the little bits of painting that I did on the shed. Anyway, my friend went home. I went to get the kids. Got myself a Happy Meal, because I do love a fish finger Happy Meal. Really, really do. And now I'm going to go on the treadmill. Got some questions about the treadmill and like the brand and stuff. I have absolutely no idea. Don't know. This is everything that is on the front of it, but it does work really, really well for what I want it for. All kind of basic stuff. It has got the pulse thing, so when you put your hands on this, it tells you what your pulse is, distance, time, all that jazz, all the basic stuff that I would possibly want. And it fits nicely underneath my standing desk, so I can be here and still working. I put this bit further underneath when I was actually working, because I needed to be like close to the desk, but since I'm just going to watch TV on my computer, I've got it a little bit further out so I can actually read the screen. 4,000 steps down, and my aim is 8,000 now. My aim is to average 8,000 a day. So at the weekend, if I get to go for a really long walk, then I'll do more. One real benefit of having the treadmill is that a week ago, I got a really bad blister on the back of my heel from my new trainers. And I, honest to God, couldn't even consider, like there's no shoes I can wear at the moment that I could walk for any distance in. Like getting to and from the car is hard enough. It's insane. I know I probably need to get like a proper blister plaster, but there's not really any reason that I need to walk outside right now or anywhere that I need to go. But it definitely gave me a new appreciation for people who really struggle with that, because it's not something that I suffer with. But like, you know, the occasional, you know, my feet are hurting a little bit from my shoes, but this is insane. This is like a proper full-on blister. Probably the first I've ever had that's taken like a week later and it's still so sore. So I just walk barefoot, which is probably terrible, but hey, that's what I'm doing. So 4,000 steps, I'll probably do a few later, but I'm just easing myself into a new routine. Because I've got my hair appointment tomorrow, I am looking for hairspiration. I'm feeling very strongly about Elizabeth Gillies. Can't find a great photo because she's usually got her hair curled. I kind of just want like a picture of just the haircut. But pretty much not super short pieces. Let's not go crazy, but she definitely seems to have like a shorter section in the front, right? This like below, although she looks like a waxwork in this picture, like below the chin, kind of somewhere between the chin and the collarbone. I'm looking at these pictures and I feel like I look like a troll. I'm gonna go and put some conditioner in my hair because I have to deal with it this evening and detangle it. Can you hear the treadmill from upstairs? I am not on, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put a ton of conditioner in my hair. Then I'm gonna go and get in the hot tub. And that is gonna be it for today. And tomorrow we shall see what I decide, and it will probably look no different whatsoever, but I haven't had a haircut since last summer and it is desperately needed.